Hey there, it's Ingrid. Today we're going to create a really fun and simple card. We're going to have a little bit of pop of color, so we're going to do a little bit of technique, but the rest of it's going to be very clean and simple. I have this new collection, the Beautiful World collection by Stamp of Approval, and all of the products that go into the collection were curated by Catherine Pooler. And these will all be available at some point down the line in 2016, 2017, but you can get your hands on it if you get the collection now. So I have this great die, and this is the 2 Use die, and it's just part of a small die collection by Casual Fridays. And I'm going to place that about there, keeping in mind the rule of thirds. And here is another greeting, and this is also in the collection. It comes from a great greeting set, and you may have seen this on some other projects on the blog post for this particular project. I have a lot of the greetings and sayings in one of the projects, and this says "Make Me Smile." And this is part of the All About You stamp set, also by Casual Fridays. And these two together are going to be very cute. I'm really kind of excited about this project. Sometimes we need something that's very simple. So I'm going to position that about there, and this is going to go here, just kind of keeping, equal spacing in mind left to right. So I know I want that there. I just want to make sure that's totally straight. And to make sure that it doesn't shift on me, even though I have a magnetic platform, I'm doing it at my table. So I'm just going to put a little post-it note over that. You can use washi tape too, anything that comes up really easily. And I'm going to quickly run that through my die cutting machine. So now that I've run that through my die cutting machine, I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. And see how it's nice and wide? I love that. I'm gonna need this little piece. I'm probably gonna put that back down. I'm not 100% certain, and a great part is I can use this greeting for another project, so it serves 2 purposes. Gotta love that. And then we're just gonna stamp our greeting before we move on. So I have some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So I'm just gonna take this Make Me Smile, and I just wanna make sure that that's somewhat straight. And if you have a MISTI, you could of course do that as well and get that absolutely perfect. And there you go. You Make Me Smile. I probably could have stamped that a little bit lower, but that works. So now we'll put that to the side and we'll move on to the next piece. Now I thought that I would add a little color to this, and I could have done some different types of pattern paper underneath. It's definitely a great way to get rid of all those papers that you have, and I know you have them. We all do. I'm going to take some Picked Raspberry Distress Ink by Ranger, and this is just a piece of scrap watercolor paper. You can take watercolor paper, or you could take mixed media paper, anything that will hold water very well. And I'm just going to get a light coating here, and you don't need a crazy amount because that U, after all, is not too big, and we're just going to place it down under the U, but you want to have enough spacing around it because we're going to pop our project up, and you don't want to be able to see from the side, like an edge of paper. So I'm just going to get a couple inches here, probably a good 3 inches here. My paper looks like it's about 2 inches wide, and I'm just getting a base color going here. And what we're going to do is we're going to spritz this project, and I'm also going to lay some down on my craft mat here. And what you can see here is this, I'm going to spritz as well, but I'm not going to use just regular water. I've added a little bit of Perfect Pearls to my shaker, and I just kind of keep this off to the side, and this is just a dedicated mini mister that I have for Perfect Pearls. I'm just going to kind of spritz that and allow that to bead up. You kind of want those beads. We're going to do the Wrinkle-Free Distress technique. This is a really fun technique. I just want to kind of get my paper activated here. And we're going to do a process of layers of just trying to create lots of hard lines and give it a little bit of character. So I'm going to quickly dry this top layer that I just spritzed. I was just trying to get everything really blended and getting a nice watercolor look. I always dry mine from both sides. It helps the watercolor paper to kind of flatten out a little bit, but also to dry a little bit faster. And you don't need this to be super, super, super dry. I mean, just dry enough that you can add more ink to it. So we'll just lay that down, and you can see now we're starting to get some little marks. The little dots are good, and actually pooling up water is good, because when your water pools and then it dries, that's when you get a hard line. And that's what I'm looking for here. Now, generally, I'm trying to get that in the middle. So let's try and do that in the middle here. We'll add a little bit more. Perfect. And we're gonna do this a few times. I'll speed this up so that you can kind of just watch the process. Okay, so we've got a lot of really great character going on here. And what's really nice about Distress is it reacts with water. Water will reactivate Distress. It is always going to be a fugitive ink. It never fully sets, unless you're gonna lay something down over it like Mod Podge or something like that, then it will set. But what's really great about it is when you add the water to it, it kind of bleaches itself out. So it can, if that's the look you're going for, like just flicking water on it, then you'll get a bleached white, kind of whitish pink spot, and that is a great character too. It's not really what I'm going for today. I'm just trying to get as much as I can right here in the middle. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of color here. This part looks a little light, and it looks like I need just a little tiny bit more. But what's really great about adding the perfect pearls to this is you've got this nice shimmer now going on. And then also I'm using a traditional heat gun, and the heat gun will blow the water in certain directions versus the Ranger heat tool, which will just set it exactly where it is. So depending on which heat tool you have depends on your look. Now I'm going to finish up with this layer, and you can see by just leaving it on, you see how it just starts to bleach that out. It's a really great technique. So normally I'm all about soft lines, but today I want to create some hard lines just to create some texture in my paper without really adding any bulk to it. So there we have it, and you can kind of see in the light, you see all that shimmer? It's great. It's something that's unexpected and something fun. So now we're gonna just cut down this piece. So I trimmed down my little piece and I put the rest aside to use for another project. And you can see here you've got all that great texture. Let me zoom in here for you. Can you see how you have that great texture? You have all those little spots kind of shining through, and that just makes it a little interesting. I decided not to put that little piece back so that you could see a little more of the raspberry underneath part. Now, for the flip side, because I want you to really remain popped up, I added a little bit of extra fun foam kind of framing it, and then that's around my project here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the perimeter of this part because that is where my piece is here. And I want to make sure that it sticks. Now, you know, it's kind of warped and it has, you know, ink on it and it's been dried and it's got all sorts of stuff going on. Just making sure that that's exactly where I want it. So we'll just place that down. Just kind of allow that to attach. There it goes. And so I'll add a little bit of glue over here. Wasn't sure exactly how far it would go. And then we'll go ahead and attach, we'll allow this to dry for a second, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach the entire piece to my card. So now I'm just gonna add my sequins in an odd number, and that's perfect. I love it. It's a cute, simple project. Be sure to check out the other two projects I have using this die set and this stamp set over on my blog. You can click and hit show more, and there's a link right there as well. Thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and over on the blog you can even sign up for a free video series that you won't find here on YouTube. So I hope to see you on one of those places very soon, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.